up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are installing the clutch and pressure plate. Flywheel's already installed from the last video, so we'll clean that up and then we'll get the clutch and pressure plate installed, that kit, and then hopefully we can start mounting up the transmission here soon. Just gotta clean more mounts, paint them up, make them look nice, and then we will mount the transmission hopefully today. So let me get to that and I'll show you guys what clutch kit I think is the best. And all around, like every forum I've read, this is the clutch for a good street, daily and stuff like that. So let me show you what we got. So we got the South Bend clutch. Just test fitted this alignment tool, which it works, so that's perfect. It does not come with it, but this is the Kevlar face type. So this is Kevlar instead of your standard organic just clutch disc material. So it does take a lot longer to break in. It's about double the time, double the mileage. So normally a standard break-in is 500 miles. This is about 1250. So it is going to take a while, and that does suck, but in the end it is well worth it. Super reliable and great clamping force. Then after that we have the ACT 2600 pressure plate. This is what I've been reading. I took a lot of time making sure that this clutch and this pressure plate will fit together, which they will, so that's awesome. But this one is perfect. There's just a little bit more pressure than stock, so it's not going to be anything bad. I'm used to it with the Zupra, so it's not going to be anything too terrible, but I am super stoked that we will be able to use this with that. I've never used Kevlar before, so we shall see how it feels. So let's go ahead, go to the garage and get this stuff installed. Check out this new mount that I ordered. It's a Torque Solution mount, but it was a little bit pricey, but it's so worth it now that I look at it. It's great quality. Here's our old one. It's all broken, no way of reusing it. And here's the Torque Solution mount. So this is super good quality. Like it probably won't do its justice on video, but like just the feel of it, it's super well made. So I am looking forward to using that instead. It should definitely help improve the feel of the car once we start driving it again, because I did not realize that this thing was broken. So hopefully this helps. I'm sure it will. So we got our new Torque Solutions front engine mount on, and it looks way better compared to the rest of this cross member. I should probably wash it. Let's get to the main gist of this video and install our clutch kit. We are now all bolted down, torqued, everything like that. If you guys go with the ACT pressure plate, they recommend the M8 by 1.25 bolts. Get torqued down to 26 foot-pounds, so just a heads up if you are using one of their pressure plates. But before we can install, this thread is definitely stripped. I don't know if you can see it on camera, just right there in the middle towards the end. So I'll try to re-chase that. I don't really have high hopes. Maybe we'll get lucky, but the other thing is too is I bought all new seals. So we got this seal, the other seal, and then one for the transfer case. That way, like this one is okay, but the one on the other side is ripped and torn. So I don't want any leaks. So I think we should be good. Need to clean the pivot ball input shaft. Just do a general cleaning again, replace seals. and then we can install it into the GSX. So just tapped it and it is looking pretty good. Unfortunately the camera won't focus that close, but it is usable. Put the bolt in it after just to test and see if it was loose, but it should hold with a lock washer as well. But I did manage to tap it. If anyone needs to know, this is a M12 by 1.25. So in case you're needing to do the same thing where you lost a bolt, M12 by 1.25. Alright, now it's time to get some parts, and we will come back, get the mounts all mounted up. Seals are good, replaced, so we're looking good, but let's get out of here. So dirty. I don't like driving in this weather, but I need another battery for the Red Z. I should have probably just bought one.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But I got something coming up, actually. So that's actually one thing I was going to talk to you guys about. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't been posting about the vet recently. Didn't keep it. I am getting something hopefully in the next few days, traveling down to get it. It's definitely not what you're thinking, but it's something that I've needed for a long time. So I hope you guys look forward to it. And I don't know, some guys are into it, some people are just here for the car content. Either way, just trying to expand, and I definitely need one. So it's been a long while in the making. So I will get a video uploaded of it once I get it, if I get it. I've had like 5 different sellers bail on me. I don't know what it is with this market recently, but I don't know. They just don't want to sell their stuff. I don't know. With that being said, let's get back to the house and start working on the clips again. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got our paint. Hopefully this one does well. It doesn't make me waste like 3/4 of the can. We got our grit, a little 360 scuff pad, bolt, nuts, flat washer and lock washers. And here we are, all painted up. So I added clear coat, just the crystal clear enamel to it, and it actually like darkened the gray, but I love it. Like, it looks pretty natural. It almost looks powder coated too. So I don't know, I don't really like the raw just by itself, the aluminum paint. If you add that clear, man, it looks freaking awesome. Compared to like the transmission, like, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but like this, it's glossy, it's showy, but we won't really see much of the transmission. sorry, it's you guys won't tell, but it's been over a week that I've been trying to get this transmission in. It was a pain being a first timer. I'm sure a lot of DSMers are like, that's cake, but this one was actually pretty difficult, and I'll show you why and what first timers should do if they're installing this. So one of the main things I was doing is I had the trans mount on. Take it off, otherwise you're gonna run into the frame and it's not gonna wanna fit. You'll have to angle it. It's way easier just to take it off and then put it on. So the transmission is mated to the block, and the splines are aligned. And one way that I do it to tell if the splines are aligned and they're not, they're meshed correctly, is actually, I'll just show you here. Come underneath. So take a socket that fits the crank bolt, put a ratchet on it, and then look at the transfer case input shaft right there. And I don't know if the quality is going to be good enough, but I'm just rotating it, and it is in first gear, so it should spin. And it is just, I got no leverage. It's on its compression stroke, so it is moving. So I know that the splines aren't meshed improperly, so we are good there. So also being that, I mean, DSMs have a lot of crank walk issues, I do have a 98, so I shouldn't need to worry about it, but I am gonna use new hardware. I'm gonna order new transmission bolts. Just want everything properly seated on this. The dowel pins are hooked up correctly, so everything is seated correctly. I'm not afraid of that, but I don't want the hardware to fail or loosen. So I want everything cleaned and tightened and properly torqued so we don't run into any crank walk issues. But I think that should do it. So another thing before I let you guys go is make sure to have a second person, even if you can do this by yourself. It is pretty heavy and you don't want to damage that transmission at all. You don't want it dropping. So definitely have another person on standby, and if they can help, that's even better. But this transmission is in. I'm gonna order some more parts, more bushings for the subframe itself. And then, like I said, the transmission bolts will need to be ordered. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if this video took a little bit. Hopefully you learned from it, but I will see you later.